Tell me about the girls you run with. First of all, what do you like about the girls you're running with?
They're wonderful. They're very uplifting. Anytime something happens in the relay, they tell me keep my head up, keep going. We have more stuff to work on, so they're very supportive.
The start of the race, how did you feel like your team was doing? Were you kind of you think you were in position to get the win?
Um, yes, it usually goes out like that. Like when we go over first leg, we usually like first or second, and then I try to like get the lead back up, so we're at least like still keeping the first and second lane.
Gotcha. That's good. And so I've seen the video. From what I can see, you're coming through three, coming around to four, and you're really starting to kick it up a notch there and pick up some spots. How are you feeling at that point?
Uh, I just know how to do what I have to do. I have to pass them and just get my team back in first place.
Now I know this is going to be tough, but if in your words, can you kind of describe what happened as you were coming through four there when the incident happened?
So on the back curve, I had kind of got cut off, and I tried to pass it the first time. So I let her go ahead. So I knew like when I got fully on the curve that I was just gonna have to push through and pass her. So as we were coming up in the middle of the curve, we were bumping arms a lot. So I got a little bit more on the outside of the curve to go around her. When I finally pushed through to get in front of her, that's when she hit me in the head with the baton.
And the bumping of arms, that's pretty common for a race when you're racing alongside people,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. Okay, so she hits you and you go down. I mean, first of all, just what's your immediate reaction? What can you remember?
I was so in disbelief. I didn't even know. Like I didn't know what happened. I just know I got hit in the head and I just fell off the track.
I know that's tough, and I'm sorry. First of all, I hope you're okay. We'll talk about that in a second. Mom, I know I've seen your video, amongst others. Coach McKinley gave that to me. What are you thinking? First of all, as she's coming through the turn, how is she looking to you as someone who's probably seen her run a lot?
Oh yes, but like she stated, she is a second leg, and we're used to watching her just pick up where there's any slack. So as she was coming through the curve, I was like, I told my husband, I said, she's doing what she do. She's it's gonna be all right. They're gonna get back where they need to be. And as she's coming around the curve, as she comes out the curve, and you can see them kind of bumping each other, but like that's it's competition, so we expected that. But as she pulled away, just to see the strike, it just, even in our whole section, like the whole section just gasped. We had family come from out of town. Her godparents were here from Myrtle Beach and things, and everybody just gasped because they couldn't believe it. And then when I just saw her go down, all I could do was just run out of the bleachers. I just knew I had to get to her.
So you came out of the bleachers.
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
What was it like when you got on the track when you were talking to her?
When I got on the track, the medic had already been there and asked her if she could stand and kind of like walking off to see if she was going to be dizzy or anything. She never completely passed out, just kind of fell off the track. And then, of course, like she said, she was in disbelief. So she was kind of hysterical because she just couldn't believe that's what had happened. So
you come off the track. First of all, so you're getting evaluated by the medical staff. Did anybody from the opposition apologize, make any sort of checks on you, anything like that?
No, not at the time. No one that came on checked on me or anything.
Okay. So has anybody offered any sort of explanation or anything from a VHSL standpoint? I'm just curious what has been said to you, if anything.
I actually, yesterday when we came home, I reached out to VSL. I knew it was after hours, but I left a message and I sent an email telling them what had happened. We did get a call back this morning from VHSL saying that they had received the message and they were investigating and they were, working with the schools. We don't know all of the actions that's going to be taken at this time, but I think my whole thing was no apology. Like no coaches, no athlete, no anything, even if it was an accident, which I don't believe it was an accident, but nothing. And it's been more than 24 hours now. So I guess that was the major thing. My child was hurt and nobody came to check on her.
That's something. From your standpoint, tell me how you're feeling now. Obviously today you get checked out. How are you feeling today?
I'm feeling okay. I still have a little headache, but I don't like the fact that it's taking me away from track.
Yeah, I mean, that basically ended your season.
Yeah.
That was your last event. I'm sorry. You said the VHSL is investigating because they haven't responded to my 3 phone calls.
Yes, they are investigating. I guess they're just getting everything together. So
Gotcha.
we're just waiting to see what the disciplinary action will be.
Gotcha. You don't have to answer this next question. I'm just going to ask it because it came up in the newsroom. Someone said, that could have been a criminal charge for assault. Has anything like that crossed your mind as of yet?
It's always on your mind.
Right. And especially when there was, no apology. So I guess that was like the major thing for me. Just check on my child. Of course, everybody gives their opinion about what they think you should do, but that's also somebody else's child. And I want to take that into account as well. Yes, she definitely struck my daughter more than once, but she is somebody else's child as well.
As much as either of you are willing to tell me, what's the latest from the doctors on your condition? You said you got examined today.
Yes, we took Kaelen to the doctor today. She does have a slight concussion and still with the headaches. They did say she would have to be cleared 24 hours without a headache before they could clear her away from concussion. So no track right now. Also, they examined her where she was struck. It is swollen, and there is a possible fracture, skull fracture. Not sure yet. We'll have to wait till the swelling go down and possibly go back and do some imaging just to see exactly what that's going to be.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you. I wanted to make sure I understood. I didn't say anything. 6 o'clock. I heard possible. I'm like, I'm not saying that.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about how you're feeling right now. So you have to take some time off. It kind of ended your track season. Just how do you feel 24 hours later about everything that happened?
I still can't believe it. I'm still in shock. Like, everyone's texting me, checking up on me, and I appreciate that. But, like, I'm still trying to take it all in. I can't believe it happened.
I know things happen, but clearly this crossed the line. If you had a chance to say something to this person, what would you say to them today?
Why did you do it, and why haven't you apologized yet?